Imagine sitting in a powerful car with a 2-mile stretch of runway ahead. You start accelerating, aiming to crack 150 miles an hour, knowing that as your speed increases, the slightest movement of the steering wheel could result in you veering dramatically off course. Now imagine it like this. Imagine not being able to see a single thing. That is the name of the game today. Blindfold Speed Records. Meet Mike Newman. He currently holds the blindfold speed record at an astonishing 144.7 miles an hour, and today we're going to watch him attempt to beat it. Then I'm going to have a go. So you might think he just whizzes up and down the airfield a few times, gets a feel for things, blanks off the visor and goes for it. But Mike can't do that. Mike is actually blind. So, how does he go about it? Well, he's got to start with a fairly nippy motor, and Mike needs it to be an automatic, which limits the field somewhat. The answer is to take a BMW M5, wire it up to a laptop and de-restrict it. Top speed instantly goes from 155 to 206 miles an hour. Next, get someone to measure your speed. For that, Mike turns to our old pals Datron, and Mark Hargreaves here wears 2 hats for the occasion. Mark's an ex-test engineer for Jaguar, so he also checks the car out for Mike prior to the runs. Lastly, you need a trustworthy pair of eyes to guide you, and if you're going to put your life in someone else's hands, you can't do much better than family. Meet Mike Newman Sr., Mike Jr.'s dad. For Guinness World Records to ratify the attempt, Mike Jr. must be unaccompanied, so his dad conducts the guidance from a chase car, another M5. However, this one's not de-restricted, so by the end of the run there could be a worrying gap between them. Before the official attempt, the 2 Mikes set off together for a few recce runs to get the feel of the car and the conditions.
Well, I think when you're driving the car, although I can't see at all, it's still quite a tactile and audible experience. You get to feel how the car handles, the way it's moving on the road. You also have the noise of the engine and the wind noises. Obviously, it's an experience I've really enjoyed, just being there on my own.
Satisfied with the recce's, the boys return and final preparations take place.
The way that I cope with the fear of Michael driving is that it's his bird, his baby, and it's what he wants to do. So any parent just wants to see their child achieve, and this is what happens with Michael. He drives it forward, he's in the driving seat, he is in command.
To establish a new record, Mike's speed must be recorded over a measured mile.
Righto then, Michael. We're in position once again. It's over to you. Good launch, Michael. Keep going. Keep going, Michael. Keep going. Good launch. Good launch. Left. Hold it left. Straight. Right. Looking good. There in the middle of the runway. Left. Keep it left. Keep it left. Well done. There in the middle of the runway. Looking good. Left. Hold it there, hold it there. Looking good, looking good. Keep it going, keep it going. Keep it straight where it is, keep it straight where it is. Brake, 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 brake. Hard, 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 hard. Good for you, good for you. Left, hold it where it is. Excellent run, excellent run.
It looked well over 140, but for any record like this, you've got to make a return trip within the hour. The average speed over the 2 runs will determine the result, which means Mike's got to go through it all again.
Good launch, well done. Right, hold it right, hold it right. Straight, right, hold it right, hold it right, hold it right. Straight. That's looking good. That's looking good. Keep it where it is. Right. Hold it right. Hold it right. Hold it where it is. Hold it where it is. Looking good. Keep it going. Left. Hold it where it is. Brake, 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 brake. Hard, hard, hard. Well done. Excellent.
We expected him to make numerous runs, but with just 2 under his belt, Mike came back to the pits. Question is, had he broken the record of 144.7?
The first run was 167.28 miles an hour average. The second run was 167.36, which gave him a total average both ways within the hour of 167.32 miles an hour.
Yo! Well done, mate.
He hadn't beaten his previous record, he'd crushed it. Now I'm going to borrow his team to experience driving a car at speed, blind. Mike Newman Sr., who had guided his son successfully only a few moments earlier, agreed to be my trainer. Poor bloke. First of all, he made me drive with my eyes shut.
When was the last time you put this much faith into a man?
No comment.
When you're ready, in your own time.
I'm going to try and keep it what I think is in a straight line, i.e. not move the wheel.
Okay. There isn't any chance you could go just a little bit quicker, is there?
No, there's no, I'll try.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, now I'm imagining that I've got walls and buildings and...
Could you stop for me now?
Okay.
Quite firmly. Open your eyes.
I'm so far off course.
And look how far we've moved across the runway in that short space of time at 30
How
miles
does
an
that
hour.
happen?
Well, what you did was to hold the steering wheel straight, because somebody said to you, if you keep the wheel straight, you'll go straight, but that's not
That's
true.
what I think.
That's what everybody thinks. There's minor adjustments on the steering wheel to keep us going in a straight line. You do what you think is necessary by what I say, okay? Off we go. Let's have that acceleration like we had before. That's good. Left. You put it back straight and I didn't ask you to. Hold it left. Now straight. Left. And now brake.
I want to leave.
Brake.
Yeah, brake, mate.
Take your foot off the brake. Now look. Now that's not bad. We're pretty much in the space that we had to be before.
Yeah.
Let's just see if we can go a little distance like
Yeah,
that.
okay.
Trust in me.
Yeah, okay.
Left. Straight. You're doing straight. This is good. This is good. This feels good to me. This is 70 miles an hour coming up now. Right? Gently. Well done indeed. I can't look at you. I've got to look at it. Right? Put it straight. Now brake us in your own time. Just stay where you are. Stay where you are. Oh, look at that!
The next step was to completely black my visor out. Not even a chink of light's allowed.
Well, we've got to try and do what we did again. Good bit of acceleration, straight. Keep it going as is. Keep it going as is. Left. Well done. This is good speed. This is excellent speed. 133 miles an hour. Left. Hold it like that. Hold it like that. Here we go. Brake, 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 brake. Hard as you can. Come on. Push it to the floor. Hold it steady. Hold it, hold it, hold it.
I don't know what I'm going into.
Right. Take your foot off the brake again for us.
Oh, that is the most horrifying thing on the brakes.
Okay. Now look.
You're good at this, and I really appreciate you being here. And
We now got to go on to the next stage, which is what?
solo.
It is.
We treasure our site more than any other sense. Mine had been taken away, and my trust in Mike now had to be complete.
Now remember, drive on when you're ready. The floor is now yours. A little bit more power this time then. Go for it. Well done. Good launch. Left. Hold it left. Hold it left. That's well done. Brilliant. Well done. Hold it where it is, please. Hold it where it is. A little bit more power. Just feed it in. This is 75 miles an hour. Keep going. Well done. Well done. Good for you. Keep it going. Keep it going. Left. Hold it there. Brake, 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 brake. Hard as you can. Come on. Well done indeed. Well done indeed.
Oh, that was really scary. That was really scary. I'm absolutely in awe of what Mike has done this morning. My first solo run may have been fairly slow, but you can see what effect it had on me. Mike guided me round and I was ready for the second go.
Now then, that was a good aggressive run that you gave us there. Let's really go for it this time. Good, good launch. Left. Hold it left, come left a little more. Keep it that left, come left a little more, Vicky. Come left, a little bit more steering left. Hold it straight, that's looking good. We got that running down the centre of the runway. Well done indeed. Left. Good for you. Keep it going, keep that power on. Well done indeed. Keep going, keep going. Well done. Keep the power on, come left a little. Now brake, 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 brake. Hold on to it, come on. Push that foot to the floor. Well done indeed. Oh, lovely stuff. And a straight one as well. Thank you very much. I'm going to turn this off and come to the car now.
I feel very happy that it's over. I'd reached 158 miles an hour and it had been terrifying. But remembering Mike had gone even quicker, doing 167 over a measured mile, was utterly humbling.